There we go. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. I know that there's nothing right now. It's okay. Don't panic. The game is here. There it is. So this is In Other Waters. This is a game I've wanted to play for like years at this point. The main reason I wanted to play it was because I really liked the like kind of exploration aspect of it. You're like on a water planet, kind of Subnautica, but it's much more like a UI kind of control. You're basically like, we'll see. But I liked the look of it. It was very simple, sleek, and it seemed like it had a cool story. So we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it and chill out together. Have a little water adventure. I might even make myself bigger depending on how it plays, so we'll see it. Oh, do we have audio? Yes, we do. Yes. Okay. I'll keep audio up just in case. There. Yes. Okay. We'll just that one. Keep it easy, simple. You see that little dot? That's not a bug. That's an actual thing. Oh, I saw another one. There it is. There it is. There's another. Oh my god. Look at all those fireflies. You know, music-wise, I was thinking of checking out more of the Lost Boys musical that's coming out. They have one song on there. It was an absolute banger. The time of Christmas, I should listen to some Jay Schlatt Christmas album. I would say give it a try. Game is a bit louder than you're talking. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it's huge. I didn't adjust any of that. Let's see. Here we go. No, that's still pretty loud. Hold on. Maybe that. Hopefully that's good. Oh, here. Oh, no, that's in game. Hopefully it sounds all right now. Ooh. Computer. I wonder what that means. I wonder if that stuff meant anything. Recovering last known log. Log recovered, date 2189. User and Sensorium disabled. There isn't any time left. This isn't going to be more respective than you are used to. This is going to be more restricted, much better, good, than you are used to. But you are resourceful. I know you. I'm sorry, Oki, but I can't let them find you. I can't lose everything we've achieved here. Something miracle? Something. I don't know. User disconnected. Continue with boot? Yeah. Booting. Hello? Is someone there? Is this loading? Oh, it's an auto crash. This is Dr. Ellie Vass. I urgently need all systems of the suit activating. I've been locked out, and I'm 20 meters below the surface here. I say again, this is Dr. Ellie Vass. Can any operator personas on this suit please respond? Oh, yes or no. So the circle is yes, the thing is no. Alright, good. Operator, activate all systems. Pilot authorization granted. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. Utility? Utilities available. Let's see. Sampling, storage, terminal, and retrieval seem to be installed. The power panel is activating. Plenty of juice. Oxygen panel is up, and rebreather functioning. I'm off reserve oxygen now. Okay, good. The panel dive is active. Current reading of 20 meters. I'm seeing the heading panel coming online. Excellent. Scan and topography readouts coming through. Looking good. Is that it? You don't seem to know what you're doing. You're not an operator, are you? No, I'm not. What are you? Why are you installed in this suit? Help me out here. I knew there was something strange about the suit when I got inside. Looks decades old. Look, we don't have time for this, so whatever program or system you are, I need you to work with me. You seem to respond to voice commands, so that's a start. We need to head north. I'll explain once we get going, but right now, I'm locked out of half the systems of the suit. Someone somehow has rewritten permissions to only respond to internal messaging. That means you. So I'm going to need you to take control. Let's get moving. Take me north, into the reef. Please. North, into the reef. North? Oh, that's zoom, okay. A little zoom. It's a tiny zoom. Nothing too big. Scan? Oh. Southern Gully. Feature. Observations. Steep rock walls rise up towards the surface on either side. The floor is layered with pale sand. Southern Gully. Vector clear. Oh, okay. Good. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Let's keep heading north. So I scan, I locate feature, and then I move to it. Very cool. Okay. Boulder fills the passage, blocking out the warm light of Lacey 667. CC's 3 stars. I don't know what that means. Oh, you can go back as well. Gully opening. Here the passage opens out, back into the dappled light of the reef shallow. It reminds me of a text adventure game. Like, it's all one thing, but it feels very text adventure-like. Slowly flowing water is filled with glittering particles of organic matter, signs of rich and thriving life all around. Oh, look, in the water. Are those spores? And those stalks to the west, they look like huge fungi. This is unbelievable. Actual alien life. How could Minnie have kept this place a secret? I saw her notes at the base when I landed. Some telltale signs on approach, but Here it is. The first extraterrestrial life humanity has ever discovered. I can't believe it. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot to interact with here. Bed of stalks. Fungal creature made up of a series of stalks. The stalks are beautiful. I wonder how they feed, how they grow, how they communicate. Color ranges from dark amber to acid yellow. This place, this planet, needs to be studied. Keep scanning creatures and I'll keep notes. Once we've gathered enough data, I can name and log each species. No matter what happens here, this is vital work. Okay. What's this? I don't know what that is. Biohazard. Map data. Unknown region. Additional data required. Okay. I can't use that yet. Scan one more time. Can I cancel scan? I can. Okay. So scan is just to like survey the area. But this is to actually move. Beds of these creatures coat the pile of rocks. Are these animals or plants? Are these plants or animals? They are unlike any earth coral or sponge. Protected by ridges from the strong northern currents, this could be a safe haven for younger, softer species. This creature's external membrane appears to be made of a thin layer of chitin, like earth arthropods or fungi. Let's move to this one. Oh, what were those creatures? They were hidden among the stalks. Quickly, try to get a scan. Bed of stalks. Complex pattern of contracting and expanding slits in the stalk's membrane. Mouths or sensing organs. The path here are furred with spores that appear to have drifted down from the northern part of the reef. These colonies are producing a shifting hum. Perhaps it is a form of communication between individuals. Okay. Let's move up. I don't want to get too close to some of it. Among these spore-clogged stalks are piles of small stones. Could a creature have gathered them here, or just the currents? I'm seeing spores entering and exiting the slits on the surface of the stalks. Something is being exchanged. Whoa! I saw something go by. Hold on. There it is. Agile creature. Striped with luminous colors, these flexible, flapping creatures move rapidly. Such lively creatures and so colorful too. I start logging my observations. I move rapidly through the water with little effort. Oh, there's more. Appear to maneuver with a series of siphon jets concealed beneath their folded mantles. Incredibly fast. Hitting around the reef, these creatures chase stalk spores with great enthusiasm. Is this their primary food source? Grab it. There you go. These creatures aggressively pursue certain spores but ignore others completely. Can they detect differences in mineral content? Zoom out. Ooh. Oh, okay. I can do that. So I can more manually change the direction. Sample candidate. Yeah, let's do that. The stalks are covered in spores of all sizes. Perhaps we can sample one of the larger ones? I'm in position. You'll have to take the sample. Open the sampling utility. This one? Oh. No? This one? No. This one? No, this one? It must be this one. Ah, I see. So I have to like lock in on it. We've got one. Biological samples are vital tools for analyzing and understanding creatures. But this suit should allow you to deploy any sample back into the ocean. How about you test it out? Hold and drag it over the central of the compass. Deploy. Great, that's working as it should. Look, those creatures are coming for the spores. Why these ones in particular, I wonder? Perhaps different spores carry different compounds, each with a specific purpose. What do you think? Could the spores be a way of communicating between different colonies? Sure. Isn't that strange? Fungi on Earth form networks of exchange. Maybe these stalks do the same. Anyway, sorry, I'm not sure why I... Let's keep moving. Okay. Oh, I can't move it. I have scan. That's what the problem is. Colonies seem to be broken up into individual patches and then larger groups over a wide area. What is it that dictates the reef's growth patterns? Sunlight? The flow of water? Whatever it is, it must be absent here. Spores from the main part of the reef are brought into the southern nurseries here by a steady current. Okay. I want to go... I can't move it. Okay. I'm going to go this way then. Can I do it now? How did I do it? How do I... Brain. We're gonna go this way. And then this way. Because I wanted to backtrack a little bit over to this side. Sampling! There we go. Walk in on it. More here. New species. Okay, okay. I'm uploading my initial notes. Let's call these reef stalks. We can classify the species in the lab. Fungal creature which communicates through sounds and spores. An interacting ecosystem seated across the reef. Smooth boulder. This huge rock sits among layers of lichen. What was that? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that it made a little did-dum. There was a little sound. Could it have been thrown here during a volcanically active period in the planet's history? We love volcanoes. Volcanoes are always fun. Oh, that was the other side? Okay. Going this way. No, I can rotate it that time. Whoops. I don't know what the difference is between when I can and cannot rotate it. Can I ask you something? Yes. I've worked with AI programs before, but you aren't like them. They are predictable, pragmatic, dull. Their intelligence allows them to log and process data. That's all. But you're different. I feel like you're alive. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Then you are different. I'm glad I'm not just imagining it. But what are you? And what are you doing in this suit? I don't know. We'll figure it out, girl. Guy. Friend. current running into the reef slows here. But further north, the water whips down the rift with incredible speed. Long rift. Wide and long with sheer rock walls on either side, this deep rift channels the unpredictable currents. This arch is covered in hardening stalks. Perhaps slow current passing through brought their spores to settle here. So they're saying there's water flowing from up this way. And there's nothing really here on that side. I don't want to get caught in a current. So I want to see also, if I do this, does it get caught in that current? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, let's go to this one. Takes a lot of power to move, I'm seeing. Large growths. These larger stalks sway all around the basin. They almost resemble branch trees bending in a storm. Static creature. Made up of one huge flexible stalk. These huge stalks are incredible. Each one is a vertical ecosystem. They are leaking spores into the water as the fruiting body is attached to their skin bloom. Unclear if swaying is due to the current or produced by the stalk's own body. Many of the stalks are leaking particles into the water as they sway. Are these spores or something else? Okay. Well, we'll go that way then. I do really like the vibe of this game. I like a little exploration thing that's like nice and simple, direct to the point, but also like a little intriguing. Oh, I didn't see that. What did you say? Oh, I missed it. We should be careful not to get trapped here. The suit's power capacity is limited. Well, I guess that's my fault for not reading all of that. But at the very least, I know I'm not supposed to get caught here. There's a lot of activity amongst the rocks ahead. Creatures are grazing on and living among the stalks, forming a complex ecosystem. Chitin of the stalk's membrane is very hard, but flexibility is given by a surface of overlapping plates. Look over to the southwest. That stalk is totally calcified. Looks like a good sample candidate. Large stalk must be producing distinctive hum that can be heard. Each stalk is totally still. If plates hardened into a rocky shell, they're gonna be revived. Or is this what death looks like here? Creatures must be related to the stalks in the reef, but seem to have a separate purpose to the lower beds. The growth gets heavier as we travel north into the stalk forest. Something about giving it that name makes it feel safer, more familiar. It is safe to assume that the singing of these stalks relates to the communication between colonies seen somewhere else on the reef. There it is. A shelled creature. Move creature with a large translucent shell. These creatures have beautiful translucent shells. I'll start logging data on them as we find them. And 4 swimming appendages which it uses in a rapid rowing motion. So it's like a fast turtle. They appear to be grazing on them. sing stalk. Large stalks which sway, producing a distinctive hum or groan. I've named these sing stalks for what strange hum they produce. What is its precise function, I wonder? Let's get that sample. This stalk looks dead. Open the sampling panel and we can extract the outer membrane. There's two. A lot of dead material around here, so we should be able to take multiple samples. The other one was down. So the chitin appeared to be hardened with the calcium carbonate. That could be useful if we need to boost our power. The suit is able to metabolize organic compounds to produce fuel. Just drag them into the power panel. Oh. The suit displays how much oxygen or power each sample can produce. No point wasting important samples. With these, we can keep one sample so we can analyze it back at the base, and the other for a power boost. Oh, okay. So this is the full power wheel, and this is how much power is being consumed each time. Let's take a scan. Space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. The elaborate patterns they trace across the reef is beautiful. The relationship between these creatures in the stalk is unclear, but they camouflage themselves among the amber colonies. The rocks here are clear of stalks and other growths. Is this their absence a territorial marker, or just a side effect of the conditions of these waters? I always thought it was strange how fungi are technically alive, but at the same time I do understand. This is the holding. What is this one? I want now. A large cavern drops down into the reef here. Its entrance is shadowed by the surrounding rocks. Let's go. I wonder if as a water planet there is little to no like actual surface, like above water surface. I feel like at some point things would change enough to create that sort of surface that's needed, you know? Or maybe it would all just break down. The water is still yawning the entrance to the cave. There are no signs of stalks or other reef life around the entrance. I dive? Oh, okay. The patchy sunlight coming through the broken cavern roof is enough to allow stalks to grow here. Maybe these ones are less needing of sunlight. Soft sunlight spills down onto a long, thin stalk stretching towards the light. A large coating of large glassy bubbles glitters on its skin. A tall, bubble-coated stalk which sits among the reef stalk colonies. These tall stalks seem to watch over the smaller colonies. I start logging notes. Stalks mesh across the cavern here, hardened into a near-solid wall of tubes and plates. If I go to this one, I can get a sample, right? Yeah. I can only hold so many. Gaseous bubbles are intriguing. The interior gas is at an elevated pressure. If this membrane ruptured, the sac would screech as it depressurized. Is this part of the stock communication system we've seen across the reef? Wait, I have an idea. Try deploying one by that block tunnel over there. I want to see how the stock reacts. Just drag one over. One of the samples? One of these? Oh. Is that what you wanted? They all hid. Okay. Clogged tunnel. Vector block. So if I did this. No, that did nothing, and I lost that sample. What if I did it again? It did nothing. Well. Oh, I can't move to this? No, I can't. Why is it? I see. Odd choice. Odd choice there. I wonder if I can then do the same thing up top. So if it's darker, that means you can go down. Oh. The space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. Oh, maybe then I can use this? Yeah. I see. I should have done that down below. I see. I see. We'll go that way then. I'm out of samples now though. Oh, and it blocked it again. Okay. Maybe it'll refresh if I go back down there. Dive. Yeah. Oh, yes, okay. I was gonna say, there's no more samples there, I think. At least I can redo it. And they arranged the samples slightly differently, too. Which is nice. You're not doing the exact same thing each time. They're retracted. These bubbles must be some kind of signal system. I'll call them shrill sacs for that squeak. We can use these to get through heavy growth areas ahead. Let's get moving. So I guess you're wondering where we are heading? There's a way station just north of here, on the finger of this reef. I want to find it. My shuttle touched down just hours ago at a floating research base to the south, where I found this suit. I'm here looking for Dr. Mine Nomura, chasing a message all the way from Earth. I must sound mad coming out here, a planet of Scorpius, just to follow a message. I don't know what any of that means. Wait, do you know where we are? You do know where we are, don't you? I don't. But how? We are on Gils 667cc. Supposedly unremarkable world. If it wasn't for all this life. Somehow the exoplanet extraction corps must have passed it by. How did Minnie know to come here? Is this why she contacted me? To verify her discovery? But then where is she? Where is she? Look, let's find a way to the way station. Then I can start piecing together what's going on. It's the bubble stalks. Thin stalks sit among a bed of other growths, extruding bright bubbles through its spores. Let's go this way. Yes, I can get sample. This is a shrill sack. I don't want to get too many, because I don't necessarily need them. Can't help but feel some unseen process is shaping the growth patterns of this wreath. What invisible borders am I crossing? The scattered boulders and steep rifts of the southern reef suggest a violent geological past. Like volcanoes? Unlike the other specimens, this large stalk sits alone, away from the lower beds. It is hard to tell if it is the beginning of a colony or its end. Excuse me. These stalks are more sparse between these rock outcrops. This might be the easiest path north, if I can clear the way. Let's see. The relative calm of this basin means the water is clogged with spores released by the larger stalks. These stalks are so thick here, a sea of ember waving fingers that must be cleared before we can even pass through. Let's try that. Oh, that reverbed a little differently. I wanted to do it when the creature wasn't nearby, just in case the creature would react weirdly. Navigating these dense growths is like finding your way in a labyrinth, moving from clearing to clearing with little sense of what's ahead. I'm surprised they don't bother the diver. Delicate set of feeding appendages beneath the creature's shell seem to scrape the outer membrane of the stalks away. Some creatures target these tall stalks directly, perhaps because they keep them away from the other, softer stalks nearby. Bubbles like huge pearls glint among the stalks. How do the tall stalks produce these strange screeching sacs? Occasionally, when the creature scrapes the stalks too aggressively, they retract and let out a defensive signal to the nearby colonies. The growth patterns of the stalk suggest a complex territorial network. Are we underestimating the complexity of these life forms? Drop another one. Go here, grab a sample. I'm glad the gameplay seems fairly easy. Not like easy, but like repeatable enough that I can't forget what to do. New species. Tall bubble producing stalks. stalks. I'm going to call these signal stalks for their signaling role they play in the stalk ecology. A key part of the stalk network that stretches across the reef. There seemed to be some tolerance for the creature scraping by the stalks. They only warn the creature when it cuts too deeply. Huh. So it's like, hey, you hit me too hard. Don't do that. Like, what is it? The way, like, birds eat stuff off of whales? Like, they're okay with them doing that, but, like, off of whales? Off of alligators. They eat stuff off of a lot of creatures, actually. Various birds. So it must be like that. East and west are stalks as far as the eye can see. They fade off into the silt like the towers of a miniature city. Ooh, a large creature. Large creature with a translucent cell and jointed legs. I'm naming these stalk scrapers. For obvious reasons. You can check my notes at the base. Easy. And jointed legs for swimming and feeding. Grazes on the membranes of reef stalks. Spores from the stalks seem to be massing here in large clumps. This might be a good place to sample them. We'll grab a sample. Stalk spore. It's nice that there's at least like 2 or 3 different samples to grab. I am going to do one of these. Oh, I think I caused some fighting. The really little ones versus the really big ones, I think. Sampling available. More shrill sacs. I already have a couple, so I think I'm good on that. This isn't a forest, but it carries the atmosphere of one. Being immersed in interlocking nature, processes of life and death. Let's go back then. And go this way. There are 2 boulders. These 2 boulders are covered with tiny sacs. Ugh, grab it. A spore catcher. Agile, jet-propelled creatures with colorful mantles. They're so eager to gather the stalk spores. Found hidden among reef stalk colonies, feeding on their spores. So it's more like they don't have enough strength to get the stuff off of the stalks, so they get all the spores instead. The last line of stalks before the central reef. That's it, we're through. This place is overwhelming, so many new species. This is the central reef. I saw on Manet's maps that the shelf flattens out here. Ripples of silt bounce sunlight back up through the water, giving it a golden glow. The water beneath this outcrop feels cool, oceanic. Soft currents scrape sand from rock faces. Let's go to the shady outcrop. Oh. set of smooth stones sitting together in a pile. Could a creature have gathered these here? Is this a nest? I want to see a nest. I want to see a creature nest. If I do that. Just a little guy. Just a little guy. All by himself out here. We'll head back out to the Central Reef since it seems like that's where I was supposed to be going. Oh, that's a very square shape right there. The center of the reef is flat and sandy with a few rocks to attach to the stalks. Struggle to seed these waters. With few rocks to attach to, the stalks struggle to seed in these waters. There it is. I see the way station ahead. So that's like the legs of the way station. The way station. I guess I should have read that. Hold on. The way station set up by Minei Nomura. It's seen better days, but it still functions beneath the coating of stalks. Oh, so like it's abandoned. This place is looking a little worse for wear. Let me see if I can find an access port. Minei never did take care of her equipment. Some things never change. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just trying to... Got it. Okay. We should be able to access any data stored here. Open the terminal and take a look. Oh, terminal. Spoofing user, Dr. Minei Nomura. Class Actus, history cleared. Download log? Yes, no. Yes? Power, oxygen, map data? Sync complete. Data released to pilot's console. Logs have been cleared. I expected that. Given the secrecy Minei seemed to be operating under. But the map data mentions something Minei calls the Bloom, out across the Northern Rift. She's been going back and forth to study something here. Oh, she's been going back and forth to something here. Studying it. Unique species, perhaps? Minei, what were you doing here? Why were you keeping this discovery from the world? From me? I'm talking to myself again, or to whatever you are. Sorry, I don't mean... Let's head back to the research base. I need to think. With this way station operational, we can call in the base's retrieval drone from the utility panel. This drone will be able to pick us up from any area we've got map data for. Let's head to the base. Got a lot to figure out. Let me get power real quick. Your oxygen actually seems really good. But we'll take the refresh anyways. So, terminal. Mapped region, connection available. Link. Oh. Oh. Connection complete. Drone ready. Press retrieval. That's first level. Resyncing with Phallic. Oh. Sample store. Dive map. Hey, are you back online? Oh, you can't see it. I'm covering it. This is where the log is. I'll read it. Same as always. Yes, I am. Pretty sharp work for a biologist. I do say so myself. Looking up that strange casting of yours to the base took some work. And the OS here does not play nicely with whatever you are. You should have access to the select subsystems of the stack now. Minei looks to have some repurposed, so not everything is functional. Comms are shot, the generator's only partially working, and one of the retrieval drones is missing. But I booted up the dive bays, mapping systems, and sample storage. The lab is also online with analysis tools for an integrated taxonomy for logging creatures. Take a look. I've already logged the creatures we discovered on our last dive. For any logged creatures, I'll also put sample requests in their taxonomy entries. To fulfill those requests, just find and transfer the samples to the lab, then analyze them. I can use that data to add the creature to the study. We need to register these species. Head down to the lab level and take a look. I'll also mark sample requests on the dive map. That way we can grab key samples for our studies while we're out in the ocean. And we are going back out soon. While you were offline, I spotted a signal, a suit transponder. You can see its location on the dive map. I want to find it. Suit transponder means a suit, and a suit means Monet. I'll need your help. That suit takes both of us to pilot it, and it's the only one I've got. Once you are done exploring the base, load into the dive map. We can head out from there. Oh, these are different levels of the base? Observation blister? Sonar system request crew inactive. Generator. Running at 34% efficiency. Tidal turbines active. Or stable. Oh. It's like a breathing mechanism almost. Interesting. Med subject, none active. Base user detective, medical assessment due. Taxonomy, sample analysis, biohazard laboratory activated. Taxonomy, soft bodies, spore catchers. Let's go. I love, as a lore lover, this is like, this is kind of perfect. It's like, okay, go out into the world, take the samples of the world, and then go back and study it. Go back and read the logs. Spore catchers are small, soft-bodied creatures which move quickly through the water by using siphon jets. We have mantles. Food sample analysis requested. Egg sample analysis requested. And a sketch. Ooh, okay. That'll be nice. I have an idea of what I think of what they look like, but I want to see what the game says they look like too. See how close they are. Small translucent shelled creatures with a distinctive swimming motion. Feed primarily on the stalk colonies. This is tolerated by the stalks to some degree, although they will also deploy shrill sacks to scare away scrapers. Shell sample, okay. So the stalk scrapers need a shell sample, whereas the spore catchers need an egg sample. And those are both animal. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of each. Ooh. Behavior, theories. Okay. Bark sample, tissue sample. Tissue bubble. Plants and bacteria. Oh, okay. This must be where my samples go. Maybe it didn't hold on to my samples. Oh, that's the dive map. Sample store. Do one of each. Yeah. There we go. Lab analysis complete. Signal stock taxonomy entry updated. Stock spore containing a complex cocktail of mineral compounds. Multiple taxonomy entries updated. Okay. Let's see. Behavior. This is for the stalks, the reef stalks. Colonies may possess a high level of intelligence and cognition. And that the messaging provided by the spores is nuanced and even subjectively unique to each colony. Could these be the thought? Could these be thought of as stock names? Oh, the chemical signature in it? Like they're making their own territories by setting out the spores. Shrill sac laboratory analysis shows that they are formed from a coating of mucus, sealed around a pressurized mix of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oh, so we're dealing with general elements. That's nice. Shrill sac production, meanwhile, seems to be a precise art. Pressurization, gas mix, and size of each shrill sac can differ from stalk to stalk. Okay. The soft bodies. Analysis of a spore catcher egg, if found, may help us gain a full picture of their physiology. Okay. Wait, can I now take these back? I can, okay. It's nice. Ellie Vass. Monet is gone, and she's left behind one hell of a mess. This base is falling apart. Cannibalized to build way stations out in the ocean. The communications array sliced away, life support failing. Where did she even commandeer this research base from? There's no way Baikal would have supplied it willingly after what she did to them. What did she call me out here for? To witness her disappearance? Or did she simply want me to encounter, as she did, the impossible life of this ocean? How could it have gone ignored for hundreds of years in exploration and conquest? There are too many questions to even begin. All I can do is keep an account of what happens here, so that if I can't answer these questions, someone else might. It'll be weeks, maybe months, until the next ship passes close enough to pick up my shuttle transponder. Until then, I'm alone. This place is unbelievably important. Our first contact with life beyond Earth. But something else is happening here too, and I need to know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's probably 7 in total. 7 levels. Also, look, that's her. That's her moving around. So this is her room. Life support. Alright. The antenna is damaged. Signal priority. The base has detected a suit transponder at these coordinates. Could it be Monet? Sample request. Sample request. Obstruction. Monet's notes mention something called the bloom across the rift. But until we have stronger propulsion, we won't be able to cross it. So this is the section of the planet that we're essentially in. Nope. That's the one that I wanted. Oh. Dang it. I'll do them later. Oops, sorry. Mentioned something called the bloom across this rift. So until we have a strong propulsion, we'll be able to cross it. Okay. Excuse me. Camp request. Let's do. Well, it probably wants me to go here. But I want to try one of these sample requests first. Ah, that tells me where she is. Let's see. Maybe it will only let me go to the... Actually, how do I... Confirm dive to selected location? No? Ah, I see. So I click the place I want to go, and then from where I am. So I have to essentially map it out. Let's go this way first, then. Icon. Exoplanet extraction. Oh, I'm still at the way station. Oh, I have to go from the way station. I see. Let's try moving south first, then. Oh, metal debris, what? Looks like Monet had to salvage parts of the base to build what she needed to survive. Those have been here many months before I arrived. Some ruined equipment lies in the shelter of the boulders. An early way station site, perhaps? The western side of the finger becomes increasingly enclosed by rocky outcrops. I don't know if finger is the word that they were going to use there, as it leads towards the shallower water. Or maybe it is, you know. I don't know what the name for reefs and stuff like that is. Oops. Rose stocks. Do I still have my samples? I do. Oh, that's different. A bloated stalk. These stalks bulge out from their bases, forming a rounded, pulsing growth. They look ill. They look discolored and stretched. The growth is bloated and distended, the panels of chitin bulging outwards. This looks interesting. What is the objective? It's to study the planet. We're essentially on an ocean planet, and we are an OS in the pilot's dive suit. It's essentially a giant, like, text adventure where we're logging a new planet. The pilot is looking for one of their friends, though, that found this planet first and has disappeared. So right now we're sort of sampling everything as we go look for that missing person. It's very simple, minimal, but in a really intriguing way. To the west, the stalks spread in thick pathways, curving between strangely corroded stone. Let's do that. And by studying, like, the various biologies of the planet so far, a lot of it is, like, fungi spores and things like that. But also, like, little fishes and all that. It's obviously a planet covered in water with, like, shallows and deeper dive reefs and things like that. As they curve south, the stalks meeting the rising wall of the rock which shelters the southern reef. The stalks meet the rising wall. I was like, that sentence didn't make sense. That is the direction I want to go, I think, though. I think I need to get more samples. Here. We're essentially piloting the dive suit for the pilot. Or like a AI of some sort. So we can take samples and stuff like that and move them around. I'm not sure if they're in, like, a, like, bulky suit or something like that, but it's interesting. Love a good fungi. Yeah. It's a very, like, text heavy. Like, I'm surprised how much it reminds me of a text adventure, but at the same time, it makes sense. Like, that's how, like, a computer might see all of this. I guess I have to use another one of these over here. I'm essentially taking some samples when I'm doing that, and it, like, creates a gas that clears out the fungi in that area. It's very cool. Scan. Another bloated stalk. The membrane of these stalks is thin enough to be translucent in areas, stretching the breaking point by whatever is inside. Maybe something is eating them from the inside out. That would be scary. The rock behind this growth looks as if it has been melted. Its layers whirl in distorted forms, revealing a metallic core. Oh. Sat silently among the terraces, these stalks bristles with bubbles, waiting to breach at the first sign of a predator. Between the rocks and the stalks, a thin sandy passage leads towards the clearing. So I have 3 ways to go right now. How do you like to be referred to? Alma, Eru, something else? I'm good with Alma. Alma always works. I got stressed a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, Alma's always a good one, but whatever is easiest for you. Like, I know some people like to type as little as possible. So they'll use whatever is easiest in the moment. I've also gotten a little bit of goat sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to just say, oh, I'll go. But it's all casual. All chill. Take some more of those and then move this way. Can I sample the thing? No, I can't. Can I do this? No. And those fours are gone now. Can I shrill sack it? Oh! Sampling available. I hope it's not burning or something. A spark colony. Toxic microbomb. Oh, it is toxic. Well, let's move out of there. Okay. Shrill sack. Shrill sack. Shrill sack. So I also have to monitor the pilot cells. That's these two wheels down here on the left. The top-ish one is the power of the suit. The bottom one is their oxygen. That's the first time their oxygen has really gone down like that, so. Note to self, no shrill sacks near the sick stalks. Stalks seem to be growing around bloated growths, isolating them from each other. What purpose does this solve? I guess we'll go around this way. Whoops. Press wrong button. Move it. Move it or lose it. Oh, there's just another one over there. We'll go towards it anyways. It should work. Thank you for the follow. Bap the worm. Much appreciated. My follower sound no longer makes sound. I don't know what that's about, but let's see. It would be easy to become lost in a complex patterns traced by these rows of stalks. I wonder where they lead. When alarmed, these stalks burst open, releasing their toxic contents into the local water. Will they be defending themselves? If these stalks are isolating the bloats, perhaps it's because they are dangerous to the colony itself. Huh. But is that... I wonder about it. What about it makes it dangerous then? Oh, I have to be careful here then. There's no way to move forward this way without blowing them up. The pulsing, pumping rhythm of these stalks contractions suggests that some process is happening inside them. Maybe I can try tossing it on the opposite side. Yeah, okay. Just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful. The pulsing growth sits in a strangely shaped clearing. What causes the stalks to grow like this? There's something I am not seeing here. Sits in a strangely shaped clearing. I don't know. We'll see. It feels oddly cozy, but also deeply terrifying at the same time. Yeah. It's got that, like, deep sea kind of fear to it. Like, there's something down there that is eerie in a way. You don't know what it is, but it's been there longer than you realize. And it's just kind of been hanging out. It's just kind of been surviving. But at the same time, it's very chill, like nice water sounds. The UI has great sound design as well. A pulse can be felt running through the shelf from the north, making the sand ripple in small, soft waves. Let's go that way. It is very spirally here, even with like, there's some of these that are further down that way, but there's not as many up here, it seems. The curving avenues of the stalks seem to mark loose perimeter around each bloated growth. Why? That's a great question. Let's try going maybe this way. I feel like we're gonna end up by the way station again if I try going that way. So we'll go up. I'm gonna run out of samples soon. These bubble skin stalks keep their distance from their bloats, as if they know the danger they pose to the stalk colonies. Okay. The bloated stalks seem to be precisely spaced out between the stalks. Are we damaging this colony by disturbing them? Probably. What is this one again? The spark colony. Toxic microbial colony found inside the bloated stalks. I think I should just take that as a sample then. The general sample. I might need some more power. Oh, I can't use that one for power. Okay, noted. What about for oxygen? Yes, because they have carbon dioxide and oxygen in them. That makes sense. I like that. I like that it, like, my brain was like, oh, I wonder if these will have some gas in them that I can use for oxygen. And it did. That's very cool. Alright, let's go. I only have one left. Let's go. I want to go, I guess, this way, because I can't really go the other way. So, let's see. The side of the colony loops back towards its center, leading deeper between the stalks. Some vein or root must run through this spot as the sand rumples with unseen movements. Are all the bloats connected? Oh, that's why the colonies are like in certain patterns. Like they're going around the roots of it. It's interesting. Large bloated stalks that burst easily expel the toxic microbes. That's enough data to log and classify these inflated stalks. I'm going to call them reef bloats. Nice and simple. I like it. It seems unlikely that the bloats are simply individually diseased stalks. Their growth patterns suggest a system, a process. Okay. So I'm out of samples. Maybe I try this. Nope. That just kind of dropped. Okay, so I might have to go back a little bit. We'll see. I'm not sure how far back it'll let me go. Oh, I can get samples there, actually. Sampling. Another sample, please. Give me the shrills. The little shrill dudes. I'm gonna need some power soon, too. Not like need, but it would be nice to have. I should probably get another one of those samples, actually. So It's gonna drain some oxygen, but I'll just move fast. There we go. Oh, I can move this way. I'll move out this way then. Yes. Okay. With its chalky covering melted away by the bloat, the rock has a dull metallic sheen. Ooh. So it's like literally eating through a bunch of stuff. Welcome back. Welcome back, paper. Beyond these stalks, I can see a sheer ridge rising up to the north. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to get closer to this one. Surprised us being close to it doesn't agitate it at all. I don't know if I want to loop any further back that way, actually. I might have to go back down. I don't remember how far over that one was. I'm gonna have to pass through it. Boop. Go. Be fast. Good. Okay. Line of stalks mark the western edge of the colony. In this direction, a rock wall rises up beyond a sandy shelf. These bloats pulse unnervingly, as if at any moment they might burst open, choking the water with microbial cloud. I don't want to move that way. Let's go this way. Yes, I think we're headed towards the clearing here. The western wall rises up towards the shallowest part of the shelf, just meters below the surface of this planet-spanning ocean. Oh, looks like we have another dive spot. Here we go, a dark cave. Below the steep wall, a dark crescent-shaped sinkhole cuts into the shelf. Fallen rocks from the wall are strewn across the sand. Down we go. I wonder what the farthest we're going to be able to dive is. I feel like this is a really big wheel. Like, we literally dive like 2 or 3 meters there. And it's darker here. The walls of the passage twist inward with the thick veins of growth. We must be heading beneath the stalks. Guess that's the only way I can go. Bloated roots. Thick bloated roots poke through the wall and something pulses within them. This is a rare chance to sample the stalk network. Alright. Directly through roots. It's a fungal root. A bloat root. Bloated roots sampled from beneath the stalk surface. Okay. I guess that was the only direction I could go, though. But I can't go this way. So up we go. Seems like the caves are nice little, like, spots to get samples and stuff like that compared to the rest of it. Ooh, I only have one left. I can be retrieved from here. I think I'm going to do that just so I can get back to the other section without wasting a bunch of samples. Let me put the samples in the bay. So this is the part where we just get to read lore. the base has all of the sample pieces. This is where we analyze any of the samples that I have extras of. Spark pollen. The taxonomy. The reef bloat. Oh, I can get a sketch for this one. Okay. Laboratory analysis of the microbial colonies found within the reef bloats, the spark colonies, show that the microbes are not a group of typically associated with stalk colonies. Spark colonies appear to be made up of highly modified algae with a wide metabolic range, able to consume carbon dioxide, oxygen, metal, and toxic compounds with equal ferocity when supplied with a source of light. When metabolizing these substances, spark colonies produce a regular flow of charged electrons. Ooh, so it'll be good for power. That's nice. Their suitability for this use is suspicious. Are they really naturally occurring microbes? And why are they found only within reef bloats? Something isn't right here. Oh, like maybe this is a testing ground for something? Reef bloats are not disease stalks, but powerful biological engines, which are fueled by their local stalk colonies. The scale of this operation suggests that for the stalks, the spark microbes are a significant threat. They are not manufacturing spark colonies, but modifying, metabolizing, and processing them. It's eating electricity? That's interesting. Oh. Oh. Okay. I do like microbial release state. It's like an onion, and then it starts cutting into itself, and then it explodes. The chitin stings, sensory stock, discolored plates. It's like a flower. Much more flower-like than fungal-like. Wasn't there something else I got a sample for? No, both of those were samples for that. I'm trying to go this way. This is where I was. Well, this is the only place I can dive to right now. I'm trying to at least get to this sample. So maybe I need to go east this time. So I'm back at the way station. Let's go this way. The pale strania of this rock tells an ancient story. Might there be fossil record within such rocks waiting to be discovered? I like fossils. The stalks are noticeably absent from the sides of the northern rift. Why leave such a clear buffer zone beside it? Were these rifts and canyons really carved by the currents? Or are they violent fractures, now smoothed by erosion? I guess there was a suggestion that there was a volcano here at one point that exploded. This feature rises steeply towards the jagged edge of the reef, splitting the strong currents like the head of an axe. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. in the shadows of the huge outcrops. This pass leads towards the rift at the northern edge of the reef, in its fast-moving waters. Let's go. Maybe it'll drop me off somewhere. From here, the reef descends into the unseen deep. Spores spiral by the fast-flowing water. What else lies out there? I don't think I want to go that deep, but... Oh! This side of the shelf is sliced by the planet's oceanic currents. Look at those flecks of organic material. They're being cycled back into the reef's ecosystem, drifting from unseen places out in the ocean. It must be some part of the vast process. It must be part of some vast process. Do you think we'll ever understand the cycles of this ocean? I don't see why not. I mean, we know how the Earth ocean works, more or less. I hope so too. It's just so intimidating, an entire planet of life, and just us to study it. Oh, that's a nice little character moment. So this is the edge of the reef, I suppose. You're telling me I can't go out into that part of the ocean. Move this. So I need to go south again. Glittering stalk. This stalk clings to the edge of the nearby outcrop, away from the loose sand of the central reef. These gullies lead among the tall outcrops of the northern edge to the currents and the open waters beyond. Sure. We'll take around this edge of the rift. Let's make our way east, the source of that transponder signal. I don't know what to expect if the transponder is Manet's. There's some history between us, but I haven't seen her in years, not since... Look, you don't need to worry about it. Let's just find her. Okay. I'm just an AI in your suit. Let's not worry about it. The walls here have been smoothed into soft ripples, the sign of a strong current descending from the north. Here, the gully opens out onto one of the rifts, cutting deep into the bedrock of the reef. Oh. There, look. A cave entrance cut into the side of the rift. Should allow us to bypass the rift, although I'm not sure where we'll emerge. So this is the way that the game wanted me to go. The sheer walls of the rift plunge into the dark water here, and rapid currents make passing through difficult, if not impossible. Protected by the sheer sides of the rift, this shelf leads down into a small cavern entrance in the reef wall. Oh, I can dive here, okay. The round mouth of the cave stretches away into the rock. Stalks home quietly in the dark. Ooh, now we're getting spooky again. There's a strange evenness to the walls of this cave, almost as if it was a vast borehole drilled into the reef. The stalks seem to get down here. Perhaps they are less reliant on sunlight than I initially thought. So they don't need sun. We are deep in the rock now. What formed these hollowed out caverns with their strange undulating walls? Wait, the walls are undulating? I missed that part. Wonder how the stalks survive without sunlight. Maybe they are fed by the forest above. What do you think? I feel like we'd be able to see more roots or something. It's true. It's not that we've seen. It's true that we've seen no root system, but I don't think that eliminates the possibility. It's true. Maybe there's some sort of gaseous release that they have. The cave starts to get tight here, and in the shadows ahead, stalks crowd the tunnel. Projecting a small underground colony, this tall stalk's signature this tall stalk signature coating of bubbles glints in the dark. Hard to talk with a swollen cheek. I had a tooth extracted earlier this week and still's kind of swollen. Take some shrill sacks. Take a scan. A cave-in has severed some sections of the stalk's root network, stretching down from the forest above. What can they tell us? Another sample? The same samples? Ooh, new samples. These are roots. Stalk root. A tangle of silken roots from a stalk colony. Urban enriched. Okay. Sampling available. Oh, I already got the samples. I'm good for now. The stalks here are thick and intertwined. Underground in the stark light of the headlamps, they resemble brittle, oversized worms. Ew. Wormies. I hate dental work. I've felt that pain before. Yeah. It was pretty bad too. They had to like actually put me under in order to do it. So it's taken its time to heal. I might need to grab a little snack in a minute here. These pillars punctuate the cavern stalks crowded around their bases. They support the vast weight of the reef above. Actually, how long are we at? We're at 2 hours? I'll wait another hour. We're probably gonna go to 3 hours today, so. Ooh. They release spores. These doom stalks are pumping out clouds of short-lived spores. These stalks are filling the water with storms. We should start logging information on them. They look like oversized mushrooms. These bloated creatures are pumping out clouds of spores into the water. Around them, stalk colonies rise out of the sand. You know, all of this mushroom talk, it's making me remember that the new Peak update has zombies in it, and they're covered in, like, mushrooms. I think it's very cute, the way that they design them, too. But I've heard people getting very spooked by them. These spores are different. The stalks nearby seem to be stimulated by them. These spores be used to make stalks extend, to bring them out of hiding? We should test them out on a retracted colony. Oh, like, I can use this as opposite to the shrill sack? They're terrifying, I love it. Yeah. I tried playing the update the other day when I had a little bit of time. I didn't get very far, but I didn't actually see any of the zombies until I looked online at the update. These stalks seem to be shriveling up. Is it because they are too exposed to the rift's withering currents? We might try playing that on stream at some point. I don't know how fast I'll get my art programs up for art streams later this week, but if not, then we'll just play some more games. Why did I just get a little beat? Sampling? I already got the samples. Oh, like the samples refreshed. That's okay. We'll move this way. I wonder why they're spitting stuff out. These sporing stalks seem to require very particular conditions to grow. I've seen so few elsewhere on the reef. Maybe they do better in the dark. These large growths seem to be sustaining these colonies with their spores. Perhaps they carry nutrients, even chemical signals. This long stalk sits quietly beside a dying colony. Soon there won't be anything left for it to protect from scavengers. Wow, it really wants me to take samples down here. Another rift. How can we cross it? The current one here is so strong. Let me grab a couple of these. I wonder... This is the root. I'm pretty sure it wants me to try and use that for oxygen. Lymphospores would seem to stimulate stalk growth. Like here? I see. So it is the opposite of the other thing. Let me try it here, and then I'll take another sample. I'm not sure how much for it's not giving me an option to go further this way. Oh, it did. I just forgot to scan. Let me grab a couple more samples real quick. The soothe spore. That's a nice way to phrase it. Like it's soothing as opposed to the shrill. Smooth passage. A current must have once run down this tunnel, scraping the walls into smooth lines. Now the stalks block the flow. So now I do that. Move forward. Bright acid. Give me a scan. Glittering stalk. Tucked behind this pillar, perhaps this stalk grew here as an early warning for predators coming through the cave mouth. A warning for predators. Why would it need to warn predators? Look, those stalks in the cave mouth. They are attracted. Perhaps if we can make them extend, they would block the current? Oh. Okay. Let me take a couple of these real quick. Oh, these are the shrill sacks. I don't need those. Oh, well, maybe I do. I had fewer than I thought. I'm doing well on oxygen. I'm running a little low on power. So, there we go. Strong currents. Cave mouth ahead leaves this passage exposed. Blocking it will let us pass. Very nice. They block the current. These spores encourage them to extend and fill the tunnel. With these soothe spores, we can control the stalks to our advantage. This will be useful. There's a definitive correlation between struggling stalks and their sporing stalks. Are they helping support these colonies? Oh, that's how they're able to survive down here, because there's something else that's helping them grow and stay alive, as opposed to the sunlight. So, we'll grab a couple of these. nice. I only have enough room for one. But I can maybe do power? No, they give me like no power. Maybe the root will give me power? Ooh, that gave me a lot, actually. And I'll take another sample of the Sooth Spore. I like the inventory management now. That's very nice. It's giving me another, like, real gameplay aspect of it. Tucked into the rift wall, this shelf allows protection from the fast-flowing water cutting through the rock into the heart of the reef. Look, out in the rift, a attractive stalk colony. If we can get them to extend, they'll provide shelter from the current. But will we be able to make it over there fast enough? I don't know if we will. Oh, maybe. Yeah, because we can pass through that way. I don't know why we're going so far down, but maybe it's just easier to cross this way. Oh, it doesn't want me to go all the way across. I see. Move a bit further down. Current sliced through the rift from the north here. Crossing is going to be difficult. A huge pillar sits out from the wall here, its top caked with retracting stalks. A golden garden waiting to emerge. A small opening in the wall provides a little shelter from the hallowing rift, allowing some stalks to take root here. Can I dive up from this side? We're across. Thank you, stalks. Oh, and thank you, you too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the one who did the work. A circle of warm light shows this tunnel opens out onto the upper shelf of the east reef. What lies above? We're gonna see. Up we go. Oh, wow, it actually got brighter. I didn't notice how dark it was. Whoa, look at all those. These stalks are twisted together into a huge canopy. Incredible. They're pulsing as the pores across their surface open and close. These canopies are spectacular. I'll start logging observations. These bright, wide petals appear to be photosynthetic plants. These plants are beautiful, single petals shifting in the sunlight. Let's start logging data. They float on the stems, shifting and swaying in the water. These plant-like creatures seem unrelated to the reef stalks, their soft petals waving on thin stems. It feels good to be out in the sunlight again. New samples. New music. Let's head northeast along this finger of the reef. The transponder is at the tip. Oh, it was closer than I thought. Got 2 flowers. The fractured outcrops all around break up the worst of the northern current, protecting this sandy shelf. While each planet seems to have a single wide petal, they group together forming fields of blooms, all angled toward the sun. A colony of stalks has twisted itself tightly across this gap in the rocks. Would they be protecting something? They're protecting that little canopy. I want to go see. Because it's probably the egg. Oh, it's probably an egg. Let's go. I wanna see. Where the rock shelf has fallen away, the roots of the canopy have been exposed. We could sample them here. Sampling available. Boop, boop, beep. Boop, boop, beep. I'm a computer now. Canopy root. Twisted filaments. Oh, I was hoping it was the egg. 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 I guess it would have to be more like biological creatures, though, in order to have the eggs. The outcrop of this shelf are cut through with huge cracks, as if they were shattered somehow. Who could have done this? Who could have done this? This petal seems to shimmer as they twist open. It's difficult to tell if it's involuntary or part of the plant's own movement. The towering canopy of woven stalks pulsates in the soft current, the sunlight slipping through the gaps in the branches. It's such a pretty idea of the image, too. Like, just sunlight shimmering across like a field of flowers, but they're all under the water. Oh, the light coming through water shimmering too. That's especially pretty in my mind. The coloration of these canopies is much lighter than other stalks. They glow pale yellow in the light of Glaces 667 cc's 3 suns. This planet has 3 suns. It's bright as hell in here. High up in the wide canopy, I can see that the stalks are twisted around strange, ribbed growths. What are they holding up there? On some petals, there is a thick clump of pollen on the lower part. I wonder how this is dispersed. It seems to have to float away. Bright petals line this part of the reef, shimmering and swaying, hurting easily as I pass among their delicate forms. Ooh, new species logged. Wide single-petaled plants come in a variety of hues. I'm going to name these plants shimmer blooms for the way they catch the sunlight. I wish I could share these discoveries with Monet. There's still so much to say. That's some real Yuri yearning. I'm getting Yuri yearning vibes from that. They appear to be primarily photosynthetic, and produce a heavy, furry-looking pollen. Furry? Let's see. Okay, I have everything scanned. Let's move. Oh, I can only move here. There's a lot of plants here then. Sampling. Here? Bright pollen. Is this canopy root? This is bright pollen. Okay. I don't need any of that. I am full on samples though. So we're gonna have to. Oh, next way station. Is that another way station ahead? I just said that. Monet must have built them all across the reef. Oh, a reef cap. Domed, mushroom-like stalks, which appear to be supporting struggling stalk colonies. With their strong resemblance to terrestrial mushrooms, I'm going to call these reef caps. Okay. In the center of this shelf is a beautiful clearing, screened from currents and predators. No wonder Monet set up a way station here. Here we are. This canopy has many gaps between its high stalks, as if something has fallen out or been removed from it. Oh, like she was sampling it? In the scattered shadows of golden canopies and knee-deep in shimmering petals, the way station sits silent. Okay, open up the terminal. See what data we can scrape from space. Spoofing user, Dr. Monet. Download log. Let me get power first, and then map data. Data released to pilot console. The log suggests Monet was using this as some kind of staging ground for the expedition over the drop-off. She was looking for something out in the ocean, something deep from the descent log she logged here. Monet doesn't do things at random. The way stations, the research base, this is calculated. I feel like we are already 10 steps behind her and we've barely even started. Let's get to that suit transponder. It isn't far from here. If we head straight north to the shelf's edge, it should be there. Okay. But I'm gonna drop off samples first. Let's go. Drone ready. Gonna stop by the base. Think what fast. Downtime 4.2 hours. Seems long. Boop. Boop. This one and this one. And I'll take that one. Lab. Float route. Did I already do that one? Yeah, why didn't it exit out? Maybe it was a delay in graphics. Suit spore. Stalk route. Canopy route. Bright pollen. All good. What? Didn't I already do this one? Lab analysis error. No relevant taxonomy entries found. Oh, because I haven't analyzed enough of it to make like a log for it? Okay. Oh, this is the general reef. Oh, that's different from what I thought it looked like. Output poor. Input poor. I guess that's why she said fingers. Said that it looked like finger. That's the float route. This is the reef map with the suit spores. Tissue sample analysis requested. Shimmer blooms are single-petaled plants. Single petal? Didn't realize that. Single petal. So maybe they're all like really tiny and just grouped together? Or they just have like a gigantic petal leaf. Shoot sample requested. Okay, okay. I'm going to take this one back because we might need to use it. I will leave these ones. Life support's good. Oversight active. Oh, she hasn't made another log yet. Okay. Back to the dive bay. We're almost to the signal? Yes. Oh, that uncovered another part of the map. I see. Wow, the central reef is huge. There's a lot to be able to do there. I got one of the other samples that it wanted me to get here, so that's good. Alright. Go back to the reef and go up to Monet's suit. Maybe that will get us about where I want to end for today. Ugh. Like many of the large rocks on this shelf, this outcrop has been split, creating a passage to the east and another to the north. Surrounded by shimmering petals, a pulsing stalk pumps out spores. I can get a sample here. I think I should only need one, because I already have another one. A swirl of sand suggests this passage leads to the reef edge and the open waters beyond. Another canopy. There we go. Towering canopies of stalks, entwined around ribbed growths. I've named these table stalks after the table corals they remind me of, along my notes back at the base. They pulse as their pores systematically open and close. This side of the finger feels exposed, but thanks to its current splitting outcrops, it remains in a bubble of calm. Oh, she must be calling the peninsula's fingers? At the tip of the shelf, the outcrops fall away to reveal an unrestricted view of the vast ocean. It's both beautiful and terrifying. I see something at the edge. Is that the suit? Oh, there's little things there. We'll zoom in. Open, empty, and half-sunken sand. Why would she leave it here? And more importantly, where did she go? It's definitely Moné's suit, but no Moné. Surely she isn't... Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. I want to take a look at this. It can't have been here long. Most of it is still in good condition. How did it get out here? There's no evidence of injury. Malfunction, perhaps? What do you think? I feel like she kind of maybe did it very purposefully. No, you're right. Then she left it on purpose. Abandoned it. She did all this other stuff to make you come here and figure things out. She probably left that intentionally. Did she intend for us to find it? Moné. I didn't read the rest of that. It's better equipped than our suit, but the seals have started decaying. What's this? Moné rigged up some kind of custom propulsion system. Maybe to deal with the currents? We can use this. We need a power source. It won't run on the suit's power. Seems she fashioned some kind of microbial fuel cell. Huh? We'll need to recreate that if we want to use it. Okay. Let's get this back to the base so I can take a better look. Moné, you better not have done something stupid. I didn't come all the way out here to bury you. Let's go. Call the drone for pickup. Yes, ma'am. So that's what the electric signal stuff is for. The acid stuff. Oh, I wonder if it's like then like little metallic stuff? Like the way some metal creates static electricity and others don't. I wonder if it's like creating little metal minerals. Back with me? Yes, I am. Good to hear. Let me update you. I spent the past few hours working on Moné's suit. Bad news is the majority of it is unusable. Apart from that propulsion system Moné pulled together, we were going to need a power source. Moné's suit log mentioned her building a fuel cell using microbes from the Western Reef. But they don't say much else. She's been incredibly secretive while she was here, covering her tracks across the reef as if there was someone watching, or she's just, I don't know. The Manet I knew is tricky, complicated, but not paranoid. Either way, if we want to create her propulsion system, we need those microbes. When you're ready, let's head to the Western Stock Forest and see what we can find. Okay. Oh, I have a new thing here. Ah, her new log. That's what I wanted to finish it with. Where are we at? And that was very long. We'll take a little bit more. Manet's suit, open to the ocean, empty. What has she done? I'm trying hard to reconcile the Manet I once knew with the evidence in front of me. When I met her on Kepler 62F, she was intense and quiet, but calculated, intelligent. She wasn't someone to take unnecessary risks, to leap into the unknown. At first, I found her impossibly intimidating. Her experience working as a biologist far outstripped my own. Michael brought me to the site as a consultant to examine her discoveries, but I felt like the one under examination. The base was much like this one, a smaller, older model sunk in a subglacial ocean. Someone might think a relationship was inevitable given those intimate conditions, but it wasn't the base that brought me to her. It was that intensity. Over the few years since I have tried not to dwell on what happened on Kepler 62F, but being here, living where she has lived, following her scattered steps, it is impossible not to remember. They dated? But another planet? Subglacial ocean. So most of their work is underwater. Oh, my bad. Zombie update. Now we have a proper one for this. Ruth and Grote samples. Okay. Oh my god, they were a couple and they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. I doubt that they were roommates, but okay. Signal priority. Manet's notes on her microbial fuel cell design. She mentioned sourcing 4 microbe colonies from this part of the reef. 4 microbe colonies. Okay. I bet this is where I just was with the electric fuel cells. So I just went there too early. Hold on. Sorry, just checking something. All right, we'll head back over there real quick then. Go this way. I think it was in this order. I'm not missing anything too new, am I? At the edge of the strange terraces of this underwater forest, this stock sits like a sentry, armed with a coating of bubbles. Oh. Oh, I need those. I need a bubble sample. Oh. Are the shrill sacks the bubbles? I didn't realize that. That makes sense, though. That should be enough, actually, for that. To get me through this section. Manet's map data mentions a microbe which only occurs in this stalk forest. If you can find 4 healthy colonies, it will make the ideal basis for the propulsion system fuel cell. It should be this. What are these strange inflated stalks? Sorry, girl. I've already figured out what they are. I'm just cool like that. They look like sporing growths we found in the eastern caves, but there's something wrong with them. We need to break them open somehow so we can sample the microbial colony inside. Let's see if they respond to the shrill sacs. They do. Oh, I can get more samples. More shrill sacs. I'll get a couple more, just so I have enough. But I need 4 of these. Get rid of that. Go this way. Ah, there's another one. Here we go. Ooh, itchy, sticky. I bet it feels like the way Pop Rocks feel, you know? Because it's obviously not hurting super bad. Like, it's draining oxygen, but it's not like she's screaming out in pain or something like that, right? So I bet it feels like a bunch of Pop Rocks. There's something about the growth patterns in this forest. The ones further south were more chaotic, but these stalks are almost arranged avenues or terraces. Do you think they might be protecting something? Yes. But what would they be fortifying? And why not all these diseased bloats? Would grab some more shrill sac? Just to have enough? Shout out to Shrill Sacs for being so convenient. You make my job easy. I suppose I should still be scanning to make sure there's still nothing new. Nothing too new. Oh. Let's do that. Give me the sample. That way. Go. Great, now we have plenty of these microbial colonies. But where did this infection come from? Stalks seem to be struggling to deal with it. Or is it just part of their expected life cycle? What do you think? I think so. Maybe you're right. It's impossible to know without further study. Either way, let's bring these back to the base as soon as we can. We can analyze these samples there while in the pickup. I need one more, actually. So. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I think I sequence broke you a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Okay. And now we can go back. So she definitely said that we needed 4 of them. Downtime 5.1 hours. Oh, so that's my total quote-unquote gameplay time? Not quite, but it's definitely not been 5 hours. Hey, you ready to work? You ready to get back to work? I guess she did say that she had already been on the surface for a couple of hours. Oh, sorry. She said, are you ready to work? And I just ignored her. I'm working on the propulsion system. I've used those 4 microbial samples to grow a new colony in the lab. Then I transferred it to the secure containment capsule, nice and snug. I followed what I could from Anae's note about building a microbial fuel cell. It's all loaded onto the suit, and the MFC fed directly from our reserve oxygen supply. Now we just need to take the suit out for a dive test. It's going to take plenty of oxygen to fuel the colony, so bring any samples that'll help out. But make sure to not take any we haven't put through the first analysis. I don't want to burn through hours of research material to get a power boost. This propulsion system will let us pass through the strong currents and move more quickly. We should be able to cut across the rift, north of the way station, and see what the bloom finally is. Ready when you are. Okay. Oh, she's updated it. Huh? She didn't update it. Why did it notify me to hit it again? Odd. Let me make sure. There was one. Which one was it? This one? This one was really good for oxygen. I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna leave a couple of these here. This was really good for power. So I'll keep one of those. These were also pretty good for oxygen. Some of those spores which stimulate growth, stock, and recovery. Yeah, I'll leave that. Let me make sure I put everything through the... Nope. Oh, I have. I've already done this one too. Oh. I didn't. Oh, because we didn't have the place to log the information for it yet. That makes sense. This is the table stock? The table stocks need minerals to survive, or are they using them for some other purpose? The secondary roots are not drawing up large amounts of these materials, just traces, but why? Perhaps there is some connection to these growths in the upper canopies of the table stalks. They are well structured by the stalk's tight bindings, but perhaps we can find one that's been dislodged. Growth sample. Okay. And then the reef cap. Pretty sure I did that one too. Maybe I just didn't click it properly. Or click off of it properly. Ooh, to the north? Let's see. We'll give it a go. That section wasn't as long as I expected it to be, though I guess I had already done the research, so. We'll give it a little go up here. You'll find the controls and utilities where sampling and everything else is. Oh. Once you've found the propulsion system, let's try it out. But remember, it uses oxygen. Be careful. When you've got the hang of it, let's try to cross the northern rift. Okay. Oh, so it moves me a little faster. And then I can cancel it. But did that give me oxygen back? I actually didn't use as much as I expected it to. Prime before activation. Okay. The Northern Rift is the largest of the cuts in the Central Reef. Crossing it without some way of navigation, without navigating its currents would be suicide. Okay. Impressive. This splits in the shelf incredibly wide and deep. Okay. Well, here's nothing. Part of the propulsion system, and let's cross. Here we go. Hello? I'm gonna do this kind of fast, just in case. Ooh, it's going down. There's something on the other side, a huge green cloud raising up from the shelf. That must be the bloom. We're almost there. Ooh. Oh, we made it, okay. Whoa. There's a bunch of spores. What ecological crisis spawned this green mass? How is it connected to the reef? The answers are if the answers are anywhere, they are inside. The green wall of vast bloom of some kind rises up ahead, swirling and obscure. Less dramatically shattered than the central reef, the northern shelf slopes down gently through layers of sediment. Okay. Is this gonna start stinging? Oh, yes it is! The water inside is totally anonic, and the suit rebreather can't function. Go back. We'll have to run on reserve oxygen while we're inside of this place. Ooh, okay. So maybe I'll fire up the propulsion again. So we get through a little faster. Let's use just one of these. 2 of these. And I feel like that did a lot of power, so we'll hold on for a second. Actually, I don't remember if that was power. It was. Okay. Alright, let me fire up propulsion. Let's go. Here we go. Ooh. That thing twitched. These pale, delicate fans are almost bone white against the clouded green. These fans seem to be re-oxygenating the water. This life still hanging on the inside of the toxic bloom, creating safe zones in order to thrive. Another pale fan. Perhaps these creatures can help us learn how to exist in these toxic conditions. Oh. Let's take some samples. It seems like I'm not getting hurt here, and it's not draining my oxygen. That's nice. So I didn't have to spend that oxygen on the propulsion. Let's see. Bloom oxygenating dust harvested from a filtering fan. And it doesn't give me a lot of oxygen, though. Better as a sample. Here, the rocky shelf of the reef flakes away into large, fragile sheets with razor-sharp edges. A rise of silver silt fills the depression created by the corroded rock shelf. The tip of a shell pokes above it. Is that an eye? Away from the rock outcrops and fans, the visibility in the bloom falls to near zero. This bronze shell sits half buried in the sand. What creature lives inside of it? Some kind of shelled creature hiding in the sand over there. Let's go see. Need to figure out how to tempt it out of its burrow. Did that work? It did. I'm a genius. Oh, that created a little pocket of oxygen. Shattered rocks catch microbial strings drifting in the water, draping themselves in shifting webs of hair. Well, bye, little guy. Nothing but sharp rocks and green water. Thin streaks of oxygenated water. Take another sample. The bloom is vast. Oh, I didn't see what she said. With the oxygen gone, the microbes here must be metabolizing some other substance in order to persist. Okay. I'm going to use a root. Oh. The root didn't give me oxygen. Is it this one? Oh, I see. So the triangle versus the straight line tells me how much of each it gives me. I see. Well, I gotta use a couple of these then. The silt has gathered around the base of this wide outcrop, and the signatures of the life forms buried within can be detected. Eaten away by the bloom, this outcrop is marked with a patina of tiny holes. To the north, the bloom whips around in cycles of heavy growth, like a thunderhead forming. These fans have to be filtering the water of the bloom to feed. Behind each one is a small area of clear oxygenated water. Okay. We're gonna go this way. I'm going to drop one of these over here. And then move towards it. These creatures bury themselves to hide from the bloom's toxicity, making them one of the few life forms that can survive the bloom. Among the green, I can see tiny blue flashes occasionally flickering. Huh. I guess I'm going up this way. And then this way. At least there's a lot of these. And they're like fairly well spaced. Boop, boop. Boop. There is a faint fizzing that emerges from these fans. It appears to be caused by the coating of their spines reacting with the bloom. And then this. The current of the bloom grows stronger as I move away from the rocky outcrops of its southern side. I'll have to wait here a second. Oh. Oh, it did oxygenate. I was gonna say for a second, it seemed like it wasn't oxygenating. Ugh. Fan-like fins, which can fold down in a simple set of retractable eyes, enable the creature to totally conceal itself within its shell. Green clouds drift above a rock floor honeycombed with holes. A refracted glow casts. Oh, up ahead, a fizzing membrane of oxygenated water. Is that what allows the species here to survive this constant toxicity? Within the open structure of these nests, swarms of glittering particles from shifting shapes. Ugh. These swarms of bright creatures provide vital safe zones in the bloom. Let's start logging data on them. Within these complex transparent structures, the blurred activity of many individual creatures can be seen. These must be nests. The ornate domes of porous spheres of these skeletons glint with a purity of their silica growths. I don't know what any of that means. Oh, I guess I kind of do. silica grows, like dyed particles. These colonies do well to hold against the bloom. The individual creatures seem to be able to digest microbial growth. We can use this. We should try to deploy a colony to see if we can break our own safe zone inside of the toxic flood. Oh, like create a more permanent safe zone of them? Okay. This is also a sample. These strange forms scattered around inside the bubble. Are these skeletons? These resemble radiolarians, but far bigger in scale. They're incredibly ornate. A colony of shattered domes lying in the silvery silt. But what were these creatures? Just a couple samples for that one. Alright, let's scan. A small construction drone from the base. Corroded. What was Monet building out here? I don't see a way station. But this is obviously the way. Beyond the bubble of green clouds gather again. With the water sapped of all oxygen, what can be fueling this endless growth? Ooh. Gotta throw down a sample. Let's see. Animal percentage. Oh, skeleton actually gives me a lot of oxygen. Why am I still getting electrocuted? Bubble edge. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a way station. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. From here, the bloom rolls out over the vast plain, scraped clean of sand by various currents. This is as far north as we will go. The nest is the way station's protector. Without its swarm of iridescent life, the station would be little more than a rusty in frame. That spooked me. It spooks me when it does that. Like the nests themselves, which are woven from transparent threads, the bubbles which protect them also seem to have delicate skin. These beautiful, lifeless shapes, like a sculptor abandoned works. Like a sculptor's abandoned works, gather around the way station, rocking gently in the current. Weird way to say that, but I get you. I get you. Like a sculptor's abandoned works. That's awfully specific, too. It must have been a struggle to assemble the metallic cage of this way station so deep in the bloom. What led Monet out here? Who knows? Who knows, dog? Finally, a way station. With this active, we can call for the retrieval all across the bloom. Useful when we run low on oxygen. Open the terminal and we can resupply. See if Monet left any map data. Here we go. I'm gonna take some power, some oxygen, and map data. Data released to pilot console. I got her logs. A lot of trips back and forth between here and a laboratory? That means she must have set up a remote lab somewhere deep into the bloom. She spent months making trips to it, varying some materials from somewhere else in the bloom to here, to there. To here, there, everywhere. She must be studying something important to her. We have to find that lab. I'll log the coordinates on the dive map when we get back to the base. And away we go. That was like the red swamps and Souls-like games. There's always a poisonous swamp. Hey, are you back with me? Yes, ma'am. Good. I wanted to ask you about the bloom. I've been trying to understand what is causing it. It seems unlikely that we are looking at a stable ecosystem. It has to be a unique event. And yet, creatures have rapidly and effectively adapted to these conditions. How is that possible? There's something we aren't seeing. Something Renee was investigating too. Do you think she knows something we don't? Yes. Yes, I do. She has to. Maybe she holed up in the lab mentioned in the map data, waiting for us. Let's find that lab. Samples. Two. Oh, I didn't get a skeleton sample. That was right next to the base too. It's okay. Nest workers. Lab analysis, no relevant taxonomy. I didn't scan enough of those, I guess. No taxonomy. I didn't interact with enough of either of those then. That's okay though. We're probably gonna play this game one more stream. I think that will be enough to get through whatever we will have left. I think. Hopefully. Probably. It seems like we're making good progress. Let's see. We got the first two. And it feels like it's close to the third one. Close enough that I would say we will probably get 4 within the next stream. And then maybe we can do a third just to finish off the last couple. So that should be about what my schedule for the month had too. Let me check real quick. Because we were going to play this past week. And I just didn't have the time. Excuse me. A lot of stuff just kind of happened. So, let's see. Yeah, I only had 2 streams scheduled. I was pretty sure that most of the things that I saw said that the playthroughs are usually like 5 or 6 hours. But it feels like I'm missing a lot still. Let's see. In other waters, playtime. Yeah, it says 4.5 hours for the main story. 6.5 hours for main and sides. So we're technically more than halfway there. I did take some time to do some extra samples and stuff, so that would make sense for how long it's taken. So we're gonna finish up there for today. Oops. Oh, I thought I clicked something I shouldn't have, but it just stops the music when I click off of the game.